post. Okay, and then you're constantly, with the posts that you're doing, you're constantly looking to learn more about others and looking for opportunities where you can, comment back and say, oh, Ann, that was really funny. I'm going to send you a personal message, though. And that's where everything happens. Sometimes I'll have a coach say to me, well, I don't really see how you're working your business via Facebook. That makes sense that someone would say that, because where everything is really happening is just one person to one person via communication, either in a Facebook message or on the phone, but it was something that happened maybe on Facebook that started that conversation. Okay, go ahead. I was going to talk about the Beachbody challenges and how this kind of relates. Don't worry about taking notes on this. I can put this on the leadership wall, and the leaders that are here can send these slides out to the teams so that you guys can have a copy of it. So we can go ahead and skip this in the interest of time. You're going to have to hit it, I think, 6 times. Oh, good, awesome. All right, so this was just an example. One of my coaches, she posted about her Beachbody challenge, and one of the things I think is really key is just asking people to click like. Instead of saying message me for details, just say click like, because most of us are checking our Facebook from our phones, and when someone says message me for details, you're like, oh man, I gotta go into the inbox, and I gotta type it out, and I already sent enough text, and I don't feel like typing it out. But if you just say click like, that's just one click. And it says click like if you want more details. Very simple. You always want to make your emails and your posts, everything simple for people to comment back, because people are in a hurry and doing 10 other things, and they're also on Facebook at the same time. Okay, go ahead to the next. And as you can see, she attached a picture, that's key. Almost done, I think. Do's and don'ts. So real quick. We didn't go over Facebook or social media 101, but if you know my sister, she's really big on you've got to have, a profile picture that is your face. Because people, again, if you're friend requesting people and they're trying to figure out who Jane Miller is that actually looks like a cat, they're not going to accept. I'm an animal lover, a huge animal lover, so, and I really have to, when I'm working Facebook and marketing myself, I really have to hold back on certain things, because I seriously could take pictures of my son and our dogs all day long and just post them, because I love that, but I have to really think about what do the people that are following me, what do they want to see, what do they want to hear. Okay, so professional picture for your profile. For your profile picture, and then your after shots. Really think through your after shots, because those before and after shots are money. They're everything. Make sure that you are showing on the outside what you are feeling on the inside. I've had some people that have done some YouTube videos before and after shots, and I know they just feel so amazing and everything's changed in their life and blah, 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 but then their after shot didn't convey that at all. And you really have to think that through. Okay, tag other non-coaches, friends, and family on your post, even when it has nothing to do with fitness, health, nutrition. Just to get more engagement. I know you're all sitting there thinking about you've got this friend or that family member or that relative who you wish so badly that they would get into health and fitness to save their life, and you cannot get their attention. You have to get their attention in other ways. Let's say you found an old picture from 10 years ago or whatever, and you're saying something about that and asking a question at the same time. Always ask a question. But then you tag that person and other people in that. It ends up on their wall, they see it, other people see you. But that's to get their attention, because anytime that someone comments, so let's say you tagged your Uncle Joe. Uncle Joe sees you tagged him, he goes and comments on the picture. Guess what? Because he's now had some activity on your wall, your posts are more likely to show up on his newsfeed. You're on his radar now, and Facebook, that's how it works. Because he's commented, he's liked on that post, your posts now are more likely to show up on his newsfeed. That's what you want. Okay, use a smartphone, duh. Attach a picture even when it's a link, we already went over that. Track Facebook with Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and blogs. Okay, so I'm constantly, I'm out there on Instagram and Twitter and YouTube, but I'm constantly directing them back to Facebook to friend request me. And even though I'm at my max on my profile page and I can't accept them, I can still talk to them. I can see their information. I can see what they're all about, because that's so key to me. I don't just want anyone on my team. I want people I want to work with, and people I think are right for the business. And so I'm constantly asking them to friend request me. And so again, I'm not looking for them. attracting them and having them friend request me. I think that's ideal. I think that's where you want to be. Take conversations to personal inbox constantly. Every opportunity you get, again, even if your post was something that had nothing to do with health, fitness, and nutrition, it was about maybe vacations in Bahamas, and someone says, let me know where you stay because we're going next summer. Don't just comment back, we stayed, at the Atlantis Resort. Instead say, this has been amazing, I'm going to inbox message you. Start a conversation with that person, Okay, go ahead to the don'ts, please. I'm sorry. Next slide. Don't tag when you're posting about your Beachbody challenges, don't tag other coaches within the actual post because it shows up on their wall. And that makes them upset because then basically you're promoting your business on their wall. And I just have to mention that because I've seen it done so many times in the last couple of months. You want to tag, when you don't want something to show up on someone else's wall, you tag them in the comment section, not within the actual post. Don't try to be someone else. I am constantly following all the different leaders that are in this room, and like I said, other people who are not coaches, just getting inspiration. If you want to inspire other people, you've got to get inspired yourself. If you want to excite other people about what you're doing, you've got to get excited. So don't try to be someone else, but definitely be watching and taking what you like that others are doing and trying it. If it fits who you are, put your own spin on it. Don't argue and debate. When that happens in your posts, it just adds more fuel to the fire, and then it makes it to the newsfeed, the whole argument, and you just don't go there. It's just not worth your time. You're always going to have someone, at least I do, practically every single thing I post, I don't care how nice or genuine it is, someone will say something negative. It's just, do not let those negative comments stop you and hold you back. So many coaches will have one negative comment about one little thing and it'll hold them back from ever talking about their business again because they just can't get over what that person said. Let it go. You have so many fans and supporters of what you do and people who believe in you, and that's what should matter most. Just forget about the people who don't see it yet. Don't post just statements like, I just went for a run, I feel amazing. Even though, naturally that's something you might normally post, but now that you're in this business, you have to be in the business of engaging other people. So ask a question. Now, again, if you're someone that you don't have a lot of friends or family into fitness, then you wouldn't want to post, and don't feel bad if you've done this because everyone has, but you wouldn't want to post, how many people have, I just worked out, I feel amazing, I'm drenched in sweat, who's done their workout so far today? And it's like 6 a.m. And then you're upset because no one comments back. Well, your friends are, if it made it to the newsfeed, they're like, okay, whatever, and then they're moving on. Okay, so you've got to, if you're in that boat where you don't have that following yet, you've got to build it by going to other topics. Or maybe you say, I'm not good with coming up with something off the cuff, but maybe you do say that you just finished your run, but then you go into something else and ask a question. Get to know the people. Message me for details, let me know, that's a don't. Say click like or comment below, and then the whole let me know thing, that's like just a kind of a pet peeve of mine. People are not going to let you know when they're interested in the business. They let you know when they're ready to join. When they are actually to the level that they're going to let you know without you asking them if they're interested, they're pretty much ready to join, which is great, but that doesn't happen very often. Most people have a little tiny bit of interest, they're not going to let you know. They're going to research it, they're going to Google it, they're going to keep thinking about it, and the longer you go without asking them if they'd ever consider doing this, the longer you wait, the longer they're just going to keep thinking it through, thinking it through, thinking it through. You've got to just come right out and ask people. Have you ever considered doing this? Have you ever considered doing what I'm doing? But saying let me know is a real mistake. You can really delay things by like 6 months to a year for someone joining. Share other posts. Don't share other posts. You want people to share your posts. You really want that. You really want, and even say that sometimes. Hey, I found this great, article or whatever. It might impact your kids at school or whatever. Feel free to share it. You want people to share your stuff. But don't share other stuff. Instead, maybe it's a great picture or whatever. The reason I say this is because it's not as likely to get to the newsfeed if you do that. I don't know if you've noticed, but you can take the greatest post ever that someone did, click share on it, and go, no one said anything. Yet it got like, 100 comments on this other part because I don't think, and I'm not positive, but when I look at my insights from my like page, which is a nice benefit of a like page, I can see that anytime I did a share, I get way lower engagement. A lot fewer see it. And I'm sure it's because I didn't make it to the news feed as well. I still do it though because I do it for my coaches. I want to give them some visibility. So definitely do it for your coaches, but when it comes to like sharing something that some fitness guru said or something, take that same idea, that inspiration, come up with your own words, come up with your own picture, do it that way. Don't tag other non-coach friends and family, because then it's going to show up on their wall. And then don't post just to post. Think it through. I really, spend a lot of time thinking through what I'm going to say on my post. I even had my husband proofread it and tell me, does this sound wrong? Is this going to offend anyone? Does this come across this way or that way? I really think it through, because Facebook